Hey guys, and welcome back to another video. Today we will be switching it up a bit. I know, we're gonna move from savory on to sweet. So today I'm coming to you with a delicious bread pudding from my kitchen to yours. This is a Jamaican style inspired bread pudding. Now we all do bread pudding very differently across the Caribbean and across the world. This is the Jamaican version of bread pudding, or my take on the Jamaican version. As you all know, I was born and raised in Georgetown, Guyana, and we typically do it a bit differently. So let's go ahead and start to get into today's ingredients and what we'll need for today's bread pudding. Alright, so into my bowl today, guys. So first thing you want to make sure you do is have one of the biggest bowls that you have in your kitchen, because it's going to need a lot of mixing. So to your bowl, you want to go ahead and add 3 whole eggs, and I'm using the entire eggs. I'm not using the yolk, which people typically do to make a custard first. I'm using all 3 eggs. So add your 3 eggs to the bowl, guys, and then to that you're going to go ahead and add a cup of sugar. Once your sugar is added to your mixing bowl, guys, I'm going to go ahead and to that also and add about a tablespoon of vanilla extract. I prefer to use a vanilla extract over almond, because I know some people use almond, because I like the vanilla base flavor. So just go ahead and add that to your pan, and then add about a half of cup of melted butter. I just went ahead and took about a half a stick of my butter, add that to the microwave, pop that into the bowl. So to that I also add about a teaspoon of nutmeg. If you have fresh nutmeg, go ahead and grate that, guys. I'll add a teaspoon of cinnamon also, and I'll go ahead and add about a teaspoon of rose water. Okay, so I went ahead and added those ingredients in, guys, and then I'll go ahead and add a sprinkle of salt and 3 cups of milk. For today I'm using evaporated milk, guys. You can use 2%, you can use half and half, you can use whole milk, use whatever you have. Along with that, I'll go ahead and add 1 full can of sweetened condensed milk. Now this is a very sweet dessert, guys. It's not overly sweet, so if you don't like all the sweetness, you don't have to add the condensed milk, or you don't have to add so much sugar. So once that is done, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and add about a cup and a half of fruits. And these fruits I have soaking already, guys, for my Christmas cake. This has been soaking for an entire year already, guys. If you want a recipe to soak fruits, which everyone should have that, but if not, just leave me a comment, let me know. I'll go ahead and provide that to you. So once you have all that in, I added the fruits, and I also added about a cup of the rum mixture, water, whatever you want to call it, or the liquid actually, that the fruits have been soaking in. I went ahead and I added that too also, guys, and I'll just go ahead and whisk it in. Now once you have this whisking, guys, it should start to look like a punch kind of, but you can't drink this because this have raw eggs in it. This is just for our bread. So to that, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and add a little bit of my secret ingredients, which is Bailey's Irish cream. Yes, I said it. I love me some Bailey's, and I find that it goes extremely well with this bread pudding, guys. Now the bread pudding already has rum from the fruits itself. You can add rum to it, like a cup of red label wine if you have that, but I'll just add a cup of Bailey's because that's what I like. So I'm just gonna go ahead and add the Bailey's in, guys. I'll go ahead and whisk that all around. Once you have that whisked nicely, just go ahead and set that aside. Alright, so here we have the bread, guys. So for this, you can use any kind of bread that you have. I'm using a steel loaf of brioche. I'm also going to be using some of the bread back that no one eats and that is left into my pantry. So I'm just going to go ahead and continue to cut this up, and then I'll show you what it looks like. Alright, so this is what it looks like at this point, guys. I went ahead and I cubed it up into about an inch size cube, and then I just basically added it to the bowl here, and then I'm gonna go ahead and add it to our mixture. So in our mixture, just dump the entire thing into the liquid. What we're gonna do is just go ahead and mix this in, get everybody soaked in. I don't want any dry pieces of bread because that is gonna show into your bread pudding once you mix it, and that's not what you want to have. So let me just go ahead and continue to mix this in, guys, and then you'll see what we'll do in the next step.
Forget the day we met. Your eyes so blue, me pressing through. I can't forget the day we met. Your smile so bright, it made me swoon. Our love is like a summer's day, hot and endless in a magic way. Whenever I see you, all I can think is my summer love. Been waiting for you.
So at this point, guys, once your mixture starts to get all incorporated into the bread, you do want to go ahead and start to mash a few pieces of the bread, just so it'll be a little bit mushy. Not everything, guys, because again, you still want to keep some of the texture of the bread intact, because those want to be at the top. The thing about this is that once you bake this, you do want it to remain or look as though it's an entire loaf of bread. So I'm going to use one of my potato masher. I'll just mash a few of it, guys. Then I'll just mix in the mashed ones again with the whole pieces of bread and add it to my baking pans. So here are my baking pans, guys. I'm going to just go ahead and spray them down with some cooking spray. Today I'm just going to be using the original Crisco canola oil spray. So I'll just go ahead and spray my pans very generously. That way your bread pudding is going to come out smoothly. You can flour the pan if you wish, guys. I choose not to do that because I don't want no excess flour on my bread pudding. Then I'll go ahead and add my pudding into my pan neatly, guys. You want to pack that in fully into your pan. So at this point, you definitely want to also make sure that you pack the pan, as I mentioned to you, because you want it to be full, not running over to the point if it does come up a little bit, which it will, about an inch or so, it's running over. So here we have it, guys. It is full and ready, and I'm going to go ahead and pop it into the oven for it to bake at 350 degrees for about an hour and 20 minutes. And then we will see what it looks like after. And after an hour and 20 minutes, guys, this is what we have. Our delicious, delicious, delicious. Yes, I said it 3 times. That's how delicious it is. Bread pudding. So you're going to go ahead and let it cool for an additional 20 minutes or so before slicing into it, guys. It's going to be so gooey and delicious with that. I can't help but say delicious so many times. Serve this on the side with some ice cream. I like to do a strawberry puree. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's recipe. Again, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, leave me a comment, let me know what else you guys want to see on my channel. And until next time, guys, as always, stay blessed.